investment banking, especially
When we make some of the offers on the show, there are some of the participants that are kind of floored by my offer. They, in fact, in some cases, they're insulted by it. And I think in order to do business with somebody that has the right process and maybe the right product and they're good people, you have to kind of bring them back to reality. And what I don't want to do is be the snake oil salesman that tells them all the things that they want to hear and then changes something later. I think with me, what you see is what you get from the beginning. I'm not offended that people are offended by my offers. In fact, I'm sometimes impressed that they've put a level of self-worth on themselves, which I think is a good quality, as long as it's done with some temperance. They've put a level of value on the business that is greater than what it really is, because that means they believe in it. And anytime I see somebody roll over too quickly, that actually gives me more reason to pause than somebody telling me to, go pound sand. Because it shows that they're emotional and they're passionate and they believe in their business, they're going to fight for it. And so I love to see that fight. I also want to see that they're not just going to say yes to me for anything. I want people to say no. I want them to push back. I want them to argue with me. And there are often times where I say ridiculous things to people just to see what their reaction would be. I rarely ask a question that I don't know the answer to. And so sometimes in the negotiation, I'll ask them a question and they'll tell me a lot about where the negotiation is going to go, or even if I want to do the deal. Many times people ask me right before I go into the negotiation, what are you going to offer? And I tell them I don't know, and most people don't believe that. I really don't know. I line up a series of questions. It takes me through that process. My values throughout that whole discussion, they move up and down within minutes, and then back up again and then down again, because I find out how committed they are to the process, how much they really believe in the business, how much they personally have invested in the business as opposed to their mother, where they see the business 5 years from now, what they ultimately really wanted from me. Did they want me just to write a check? Did they want some level of assistance? Do they want me to be their partner? And so when that final offer comes out, there's logic behind it. It isn't some lowball offer for me to try to extract as much value as I can. But let's be clear. The reason that I do this show is to make money and to save jobs. And so that value that I offer has to have that premise in mind. When I put my capital on the table, I expect to get a return. And my return varies in business to business. In some cases, I'm willing to accept no return for 24 months because I feel it's closer to a startup than a mature business. In some cases, I expect to get a return the first hour that my check leaves my hand. So I don't worry too much about how people feel, as long as I feel like I'm being respectful and forthright and I can lay my head down at night and not feel like I'm taking advantage of people. I'm comfortable with it.